Hi everybody, welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to Karen's Sizzlin' Spice. Today we're making a lemon pound cake. I love lemon, I love pound cake. What could be wrong with that? This is all you're gonna need today. We're gonna need some lemons. We'll need some butter. We'll be using some granulated sugar, some powdered sugar, some flour. We'll be using baking powder. We'll need a little bit of coarse salt. And we'll need a little bit of milk. So let's get this dessert started. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get the oven preheated, just at 350. And now I'm gonna prepare my loaf pan. You can use any loaf pan, something similar to this. And what I've done is I cut a piece of parchment paper in order to fit inside here. It's gonna help us to lift the cake out after the cake has baked. So to keep this in place, and you might ask, can I use wax paper? No, because wax paper will melt and it will stick right to your cake. Parchment paper is made for going in the oven. So I have 2 sticks of butter here. Actually, they're quarter sticks, and I get so mad every time I buy those, because I just pick them up sometimes by accident, and every time I open the box, all of the quarters are on the floor. But we do have 2 sticks here, and I'm taking one of these sticks of butter, and I'm going to smear this all over the inside of my pan. Now keep in mind that I have left this butter out for a couple hours so that it's soft enough to do this with. So you just take it like this. Get a really good coat of butter on this whole thing. And now that I've done that, I'm gonna make sure I get it in the corners really well. We don't want that cake to stick. Okay. That looks pretty good, huh? I think I missed a corner here. Okay. Very good. Now I'm just going to take this parchment paper and evenly, I'm just going to stick it right inside the pan here. You want to have a couple inches overhang on each side. All right, so I'll move it this way a little bit so that you can grab it after the cake has baked to help you get that cake out. There we go. So I'm going to be using my stand mixer today, but you can certainly use a hand mixer. I didn't have one of these for years and years, but I tell you, having one now is really fun. I have the KitchenAid Artisan. It's a terrific machine. It really does make baking more fun. But I need to now, I'm going to zest 2 of my lemons. I'm using my microplane, which works fantastic. This thing is really sharp. So I'm just going to... And remember when you're zesting, not to go too deep into the lemon. Once you come to the white part, it starts to get a little bit bitter. All you want is the outer yellow layer of the lemon. And I'll be back as soon as I get these 2 lemons all zested. Woo, it smells good in here. For this next step, we're putting those 2 sticks of butter into my bowl. I'm going to pour in 1 cup of granulated sugar, and I'm going to put in the zest from those 2 lemons. And yeah, oh man, I love that smell of lemon. Yum, yum. Now it's imperative that that butter be soft. So you've got to leave it out room temperature for a couple hours in order for you to get the fluff and the lightness that you're going to want to have in this cake. So I'm going to turn this on, and we really want it nice and fluffy. So I'm going to leave it go here for a good 5 minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like after that. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. And you can see how light and fluffy this is. What we're doing here with the time in taking the time to whip this up for quite a few minutes is to add more fluffiness to your cake. What we're going to do now is we're going to add 1 egg at a time. And again, you can beat this for quite a while. The more you beat it, the fluffier it'll be. So I'm going to add 1 egg at a time. Give it a minute till it's nicely incorporated. And then we'll add another. We're going to give this mixture about another 5 minutes. I'm going to get our dry ingredients ready next. We're using 1 3/4 cup of flour. We're going to use 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. There's 1. There's a half. Hey, do you love these measuring spoons? Of course they're purple. I think my kitchen's gonna totally turn purple. These are metal. The last set I had was plastic, and I just burnt the last one a few months ago in my dishwasher, and I thought, why don't I have stainless? Why don't I have metal? So these are metal. Comes with the cutest measuring cups as well. Comes in many colors. I'm going to put the link for this on the description of this video in case you're looking for some for yourself. Okay, on top of that baking powder, we need a ½ teaspoon of salt, kosher salt. And it's funny, isn't it, how you add salt to a sweet mixture? But like I've said before, the salt in these dishes just personifies all the flavors. It's terrific. And we're going to give this a little shake to sift it more, because the more air you incorporate in your ingredients, the fluffier your cake will be. Ah, Ed, you are the best sous chef. Keep sifting, baby. All right, you can see my lemon mixture is nice and fluffy now. I'm gonna turn it off, and I'm gonna add half of my dry ingredients here right out of the bowl. About half. And then at this point, we want to put this on low. All the air has been incorporated in here now. For the rest of the ingredients, you just want to stir until they're combined. Okay, I've stopped the mixer, and it's nice and fluffy here. And I didn't put in the second half of the dry ingredients yet. For right now, I'm going to add about 6 tablespoons of milk. I'm using whole milk, but any kind of milk would help. Just to get this the desired consistency. I think that's fine. And there's 6. I'm gonna just incorporate that milk, and then I'm gonna pour in the rest of the dry ingredients. I'm just pouring in the rest of the dry ingredients here. Okay, everything's nicely incorporated here. It's a nice creamy mixture. And whoa, it smells so lemony in here. I just love the taste of lemon. Are there any other lemon lovers out there? Okay, there we go. There, our batter's ready to go. I'm just gonna pour it right into my prepared loaf pan here. It's a nice thick mixture. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. You have to kind of spread it out in the pan. This is gonna go into the oven at 355 degrees. Ooh, look at how pretty that is. I haven't made a pound cake and I don't know when. Look at how gorgeous that looks, Eddie.
It does.
Yum, yum, yum. This is how your cake should look when it's ready to go in the oven. I'm gonna put it right in the middle of a 350 degree oven. This is gonna bake for 45 to 55 minutes. And halfway, I'm gonna turn the cake around just to make sure it browns evenly. And then while it's in the oven, I'm gonna prepare the glaze. Okay, we're gonna make the glaze for this cake now. It's lemony and sweet and really simple. I've put about 1.5 cups of powdered sugar in my bowl. I zested my last lemon, so I've got that. And my other 2 lemons that were already zested, I'm gonna cut the ends off so that I can put them into my my juicer, because sometimes I find, especially with big lemons, that these are hard to even get in there. So I'm just gonna squeeze these actually into here because I may not use all of the juice. This is a good workout for my hands. Good job, Ed. Thanks for helping me.
Of course.
Kills my hands sometimes, you know? Turn it around the other way, honey. Turn it around the other way. Yep. Perfect. Those lemons gave me about 2/3 of a cup of lemon juice, and I'm going to be careful not to pour it all into here at one time. Maybe just about half of it, because we're going to use the regular lemon juice again in the cake. You'll see how I use that. So I'm going to pour about half of this in. And I'm going to whisk up my sugar here. It does not take much at all to make a beautiful glaze here. It doesn't take a lot of liquid. And we want it just to be pourable so we can pour it over the cake. You see it's a little thick here. Add a little bit more lemon juice. Let's see if that'll do it. Oh, that's nice. Maybe another drop. What do you think? Okay. Now that it's the perfect pouring consistency, I'm going to add in that fabulous lemon zest. And our glaze is really complete. I can put this aside. Look at how beautiful that is. And I'll put that aside until our cake is ready to go. The cake's been in the oven for about 25 minutes. It smells like lemon heaven in my house. I'm just gonna open up my oven. We're gonna peek at it. Oh, look how beautiful. I wish you guys could smell my kitchen. We're just gonna give it a turn. And we're gonna put it back in the oven for another 25 minutes or so, and then we'll check it for doneness. Hey friends, I'd like to take a moment just to say thanks to all of you for watching my channel and for subscribing, because you know what, when it comes to YouTube, subscribers are everything. And as I get closer to my 100th video, can you believe that? Almost 100 videos. It's quite a milestone for me, so please, in order to celebrate, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please click on the subscribe button, because the more subscribers I have, the better. Thanks so much. This cake has cooked for a full 55 minutes, and it looks just gorgeous. Look at that. Let me show you how to test it to be sure it's done. I'm going to take a regular old toothpick and just poke it right in the cake and take it out. And as long as this is nice and clean, or even next to clean, your cake is done. I'm going to leave this cake on my counter for about 10 minutes before I do anything else, and we'll be right back. Now, I had a little bit of lemon juice left. This is what we're going to do with it, because the more lemon, the better, in my opinion. At first, I was going to use a toothpick, but then I found my candy thermometer. It's a little bit bigger. I'm going to poke some holes right into the cake here. Maybe about, oh yeah, these are going to be perfect. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 holes or so. And I'm gonna take that lemon juice and I'm gonna pour it right into the holes in it. Watch this. Oh yeah, this is a beautiful thing. And let it soak right into the cake. Yum, yum, yum. And now we're gonna let this cake cool entirely, because once it's cooled entirely, then we'll pull it out of here and we'll put the glaze on. And then of course we're gonna taste it. Hey friends, this cake is gorgeous, and it's cooled enough now that I can get it out of the pan. And I think this parchment paper is gonna work terrifically. All I'm doing is taking a dull knife and making sure it comes away from the edges. Ooh, and look at that. Look at that beautifulness. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put it on the rack here. And let's get the paper off of here. Beautiful, just gorgeous. Look at that. And now for the pièce de résistance. Oh, that's beautiful. We're gonna put on our glaze. That lemon sweet glaze. Watch this, guys. Talk about your decadence, huh? Wow. Coming even closer. Look at that. Ah, that's beautiful. Just beautiful. We're gonna just let it run down the sides. You can see the bits of lemon in there. Oh yeah. This is gonna be heavenly dessert for tonight, huh, Eddie?
It sure is.
OMG. We're just gonna let this set up for a few minutes, and then, you know, we just can't wait to taste it. It's gonna be fantastic. We'll be right back with the tasting. It's time for the taste testing, you guys. This thing looks fantastic. The glaze is kind of oozing over the plate everywhere. This is gonna be terrific. I'm gonna cut us a slice here. Let's see how it looks. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at this. Ah, yes, it's beautiful. Let me give it a taste. Oh my goodness, this looks good. Mmm. Ooh. Mmm. Oh my gosh. Mmm. The lemon in here. Mmm. It's outstanding. The texture of the cake, it's fluffy. You guys have got to make this one. Ed, you've got to try this. Give me that camera. Come over here. And you take it. Give that a taste. Talk about lemony. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't help but say, wow, that's lemony.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you guys make this. I hope you love it. And remember, you eat with your eyes first. You have got to make it beautiful. Yeah. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.